Welcome back at Greco's Tottenham after the annoying loss yesterday against West Ham. Tottenham won, West Ham 2. Really bloody annoying. It was a shit game once again. And this goal in the 93rd minute, Callum Wilson, you could really bet all your money on it. It was for sure that they will lose the game. Yeah, today I just want to give some ratings for the players yesterday, maybe give my opinion. Thomas Frank still is in charge. We will see if there is an announcement today or maybe tomorrow what the hierarchy will decide, but it doesn't look too good for him. But on the other hand, my bet is he will stay until the finish of the season. They will keep him. I'm not too sure if they will keep him if we really drop into relegation zone. The next 6-7 games will be very, very tough, very tough. Arsenal, Newcastle, City, United, Liverpool is coming also then. Even Burnley, the next game will be it will be very, very tough. The next games with this mood and the fans are really not happy anymore. Nobody seems to be happy at the club. The players, not the coaching staff, not the hierarchy, not the fans, not at all. Yeah, what to say? But let's come to the game yesterday. Vicario, our keeper. I don't know what to say about Vicario anymore. He's really not a good goalkeeper, in my opinion. He's a very good shot stopper. When he's on the line, he's really good reflexes. But everything else is really, really bad. He cannot cope with high balls still. The goal yesterday, it was so annoying, and then he blamed everybody else that he was getting fouled. What the fuck? This wasn't a foul. You just jumped into the air and you missed the ball. You missed everything. And this is not the first time for Vicario that this happened to him. So I really just give him maybe a 5 or so, because on the other hand, in the first half, he saved us a little bit with some stops. Really, West Ham could have a much bigger lead after the first half. It was so annoying to watch this game. Nothing was going in the right direction. But I repeat myself, as you might notice, I'm really, really angry about our team, really angry about the situation right now. But it is what it is. So Vicario to blame for the last goal, I think. Not only him, because we shouldn't have allowed them to have a corner again, but that's another thing. Pedro Porro, he played the assist, another high ball from the right side for the goal to Romero. Yeah, Porro is our best man when it comes to set pieces and stuff like this. But his defending really isn't good this season. I think his level might have even dropped from last season, where he was not really good. Maybe the system doesn't fit him. Maybe he's more of a wingback than a fullback. Maybe with 3 defenders behind him, it would be easier for him. But he's really, really not good at defending. And so, yeah, I give him a 6 for the assist. Everything else was really not good. Christian Romero, goal scorer. Once again, one of our central defenders, scores our only goal. This says so much about the club, about the tactics, about everything. But yeah, he scored once again. But also, like Pedro Porro, his defending sometimes is so bad, and his body language. Really, what is going on? You are our captain. You have to lead the team. You have to argue with the team, and you really have to care about and push them. And in my opinion, Christian Romero often is the first guy whose level drops, because he is, in German we say he's a very hothead, so he really has a problem with his temperament, and it's not very good. in my opinion, it's not the best solution to have him as captain. And I'm really, really wondering if he's not. I think he wants out of the club already. I think he wants up. He had this statement after the loss against Bournemouth. It was where he blamed the hierarchy and everybody else and said they lied to him. Then he deleted parts of the post again and stuff like this. But what can we say about Christian Romero? Yeah, it's really like not the best choice as a captain, I think. And yeah, too many mistakes in defense, too many mistakes with his temperament, and not a good leader in my opinion. But maybe the club is just so shit that there is no other solution for him. But yeah, wasn't his best game. Mickey van de Ven, I think the much better defender than Romero. Some of his tackles are really, really very risky, very risky. He collects a lot of yellow cards the last games, like Romero also does, but Van de Ven, in another way, he really slides into, and team, most of the time he gets the ball, but he risks really a red card in the next games if he goes into tackles like this, diving into the opponent. Most of the time he gets the ball. Like yesterday, he might also, I couldn't really see it, but it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. And I'm afraid Mickey van der Ven also wants out of the club right now. He doesn't seem very, very happy. Doesn't seem to be happy anymore. And this will be a big problem if both of them will leave, especially if Mickey van der Ven wants to leave. Then we have a big problem because he's surely one of our best players, if not the best player right now at Tottenham. Yeah, we will see. But yesterday I would only give him also a 5. Yeah, I can't do. Ben Davies, fucking injury yesterday. I really feel sorry for Ben Davies. He got his spot back in the team because the others were so bad. But he was really one of our best players in the last few games. He's a decent, solid left back. You know what you get from Ben Davies. And yesterday, this looks very bad. This injury. So we have to look to the transfer market again because Sousa, he's 19. He will not solve our problems at the left or at the left back position. So hope the best wishes for Ben Davies, but big problem, yeah, too short. And after his injury, we also got the goal. It was really it's so Spursy. Everything is so Spursy right now. I won't rate Ben Davies for yesterday because this was too short for him. Archie Gray, I actually think he wasn't our worst player yesterday. He's a young kid. He's just a young kid. He doesn't have the body. He doesn't have the strength to cope with all these opponent midfielders in the Premier League. This is really his biggest problem, I think, because he tries everything, and the pressure might be too much. Really might be too much for Archie Gray right now. The situation for a 19-year-old is really bad. And I think he just got substituted because of a knock and he wasn't able to play any longer. So yeah, but Archie Gray also 5 to 6 maybe. The first half just wasn't good. Tottenham didn't play a good game. It wasn't enough. Conor Gallagher, yeah, he looks rusty. Of course, he needs now a lot of games. He will get them. No, he will get them at Tottenham because who else should play here? I don't think he made a very good game yesterday, but it was his first game for Spurs, and it was in a very bad situation. So maybe a 6. But Conor Gallagher isn't a playmaker or something like this. So I think he needs to build a partnership with Xavi Simons or who else is now our number 10. We will see, and maybe this will work then, but this will take some time, will take some games. And actually, we don't have the time. Yeah, so we really don't have the time. As I said before in the beginning of the video, the next few matches will be really, really hard. It will be really, really hard, and hope that Conor Gallagher finds his spot in the team very fast and can help us a little bit. Wilson Odebear, nothing yesterday. A 4 maybe or something. He tries sometimes, but you have the impression that he's always there where the ball is not. Yeah, he should have played on the right wing. He was often in the middle of the pitch. I don't know what was the plan. Was it his idea? Was it the idea of Thomas Frank? I really don't know. But Wilson Odegaard yesterday, nothing. You got nothing from him yesterday, and I don't want to blame him. He also a very young kid where we paid a lot of money, so everybody thinks now he should be better. He shouldn't. He's just a young kid. We bought it from Burnley. Yeah, what do you think? He's not Lamal or Messi or something like this. But yesterday was once again not good enough. Xavi Simons, yeah, maybe a 6. He really tries. He works his ass off. You really have to say. But like in many games before, no assist, no goal. He tries, but the result is not good enough. It's not good enough. But I also don't really want to blame him because he got in this situation. Then he didn't play a lot in the beginning for whatever reason. We don't know. Then he got suspended for the red card, which was really not good. Also, my problem sometimes is with Xavi Simons, his body language, his expression of the face. He seems so annoyed all the time, and he's discussing so much with the refs, and he's blaming everybody else. Premier League, baby, you have to stand up and move on, move on, move on. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how you have to do it. But still, he was maybe one of our better midfielders yesterday. Because what you have to say about Xavi Simons, there is a little bit of the feeling that he can cause some problems for the opponent, at least, which from Odebear you do not get this really. Mathis Tel yesterday, I think he actually made a quite good game. I would give him a 6.5, maybe even a 7. He was so frustrated when he got sent off from Thomas Frank. I didn't understand it. Nobody could understand it. I think Tel really develops into a better player. Still needs time, but I think this kid really has something in it. And how he copes with all the blame, all the racism around what he got abused really often, and he still fights for the club, fights for his fans, fights for the team. And this is what I really think is a really, really good thing. And Mathis Tel, I think he will make his way, maybe not at Tottenham, because maybe he also thinks, what shit show is this? What am I doing here? We will see. But yesterday, I think he was one of our better players, and I couldn't really understand why Thomas Frank substituted him. I still don't understand it. I still don't understand it. Kolo Muani. Are there any words for Kolo Muani? I don't know. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, paid 90 million euros to get him after his sensational season in Germany. He never made it at PSG, but last year he had a loan to Juventus Turin, and he played good. He played good, at least for stretches, maybe not all the time. But what is going on at Spurs with Kolo Muani? What the fuck is going on with him? No goals at all. Nothing, yeah? And I always think when I see him, he has all the skills, he has all the abilities, but the outcome is worse than shit. It's really nothing, yeah? And I think we should really try to play Solanke now the next games, hoping that he not will get injured again. But Kolo Muani, he doesn't seem like he wants to be at the club. He does not really seem to be. He does not want to be here. I really have to say. Chad Spence came in for Ben Davies. Chad Spence. I really like Jed Spence at the beginning. I think he's a player with a lot of skill, but I think he has a complete wrong mindset. I don't know what is his problem, but his passes sometimes are so risky and so annoying. His body language is worse than all of the others. Really, I can't find any words for how disappointed I am with Chet Spence. He really thinks he's a cool guy, and that's how he plays. And so many mistakes that costs us goals and big chances for the opponent. And then another problem is Chet Spence. He is right-footed and he shouldn't play on the left side. I know this worked for some times because the opponents were a little bit, hey, what is going on? We're not used to stuff like this. But everybody has figured it out right now. And for defending, maybe it might work sometimes. But Chet Spence going into the offense on the left side, nothing is going on there. Nothing happened. So really disappointed once again, and this is one more reason why we really need another left back, because maybe then Chet Spence can play on the right wing and maybe he gets the more confidence and plays better and can give Petro Boris some much needed rest. Yeah, maybe, but it's Spurs. We will see. Yeah. Yves Bissouma came back yesterday. This tells you everything about the squad right now, because Yves Bissouma was suspended, and I think all of us had the impression he will never play for Spurs again. Thomas Frank doesn't want him. Yves Bissouma let the club down many times, I really have to say, with his stupidity. I don't know what is wrong with him. But yesterday, you have to say, when he came on, he was one of our best players, like Ben Davies some games ago. He was really the best midfielder yesterday, I really have to say. And this says everything, because Yves Bissouma hasn't played a game for Spurs for half a year. He just played now at the Africa Cup. No words. The truth is no words, really. I really have to say. Yeah, Big Dom Solanke. Yeah, he needs game time. He needs game time. Bringing him against Burnley from the first minute. I don't want to see Kolo Muani in the center of our attack. Please bring back Dom Solanke. Give him game time, and maybe he can develop some connection also with the wings or with Xavi Simons. Maybe he can score a goal in the next 1 or 2 games. And yeah, but yesterday, no danger from Solanke. Yeah, was nothing. Yeah. And Lucas Bergwall came in just for making some long throws, I think. It's really, I like Bergwall, but he's not there. He's also a kid. He's way too young. I think he has many possibilities, many skills, but he needs to develop them. And this is maybe not the right situation for him now, because the pressure is overwhelming at this club right now. And this is where many of these kids suffer from, I get the impression. And yeah, and his long throws are also not really the best ones. Yeah, but I think this was the tactical thing Thomas Frank yesterday thought about bringing. Maybe we will have a lucky punch from a throw. Yeah, and this brings me to Thomas Frank. Yesterday, I really have to say, I backed him all the time, and I still feel sorry for him. But now you really have to think, if he is the right coach. Nothing seems to work right now. The first half yesterday, once again, was an utter shit show. I cannot find any other words. It was so bad, and this is every first half in the last 10, 12 games. It seems like we only wake up when we're 1 or 2 goals down. And therefore, Thomas Frank is to blame, because not only him, but the players also, but he is the coach. He has to make the tactic. He has to think about how we will crack West Ham. It's fucking West Ham. They haven't won a game for 10 games, and they come to Tottenham and win like Bournemouth. Dr. Tottenham is back again. Really. Operation successful, Tottenham dead. This is what we have to say. And Thomas Frank, I won't be surprised if he gets fired now. But what is the solution afterwards? Yeah, that's the only reason why I still think keep him for the season. Maybe he can turn it around. I don't believe it anymore. But what other opportunities do we have? Bring in a new coach. Which coach do you want to come to this club, to this mess? There's a mess everywhere in the squad, in the hierarchy. Seems so in the coaching staff. Why is John Heitinga now assistant coach at Spurs? For what reason? Who brought him in there? Is he the replacement for the rest of the season for Thomas Frank if he gets sacked now? John Heitinga, he was at Ajax for 15 games, only won 5 of them or something like this, and got sacked. Do we need a coach like this with no experience at all? Who has... I really don't know. I really don't know. People, this was my player ratings for yesterday's bloody horror show. I really have to say. I would appreciate it if you give this video a like, write something in the comments. What do you think? Should they sack Frank now? Should they keep him? What are the other opportunities do we have? Yeah, like the channel, like the video. As always, much love, come on you Spurs, and see you soon.